Good morning, everybody, and welcome back for another weekly energy weather report and oracle and tarot guidance. Okay, so today we're working with my favorite deck, the Gilded Tarot Real, as usual. So we're going to be choosing a card for today and tomorrow, being Monday and Tuesday. And let's back that up with an oracle card. Let's just give it another shuffle. Let's see what sticks. This one pops out. Okay, Monday and Tuesday, we have, let's hold it this way, the Six of Wands. Now, if you look at that knight, he's sitting on top of that horse. The flags of victory are flying there. He's looking very confident and he's coming back from battle. We had this card, I think it was 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. So Spirit is saying it might feel like we've been fighting nothing but battles this week, or this year, should I say. Life hasn't been very easy because of obvious reasons, but never mind the beloved Rona. It's also because we've been fighting a lot of internal battles. We've been shedding a lot of skins. We've been dealing with a lot of ancestral stuff. We've been really through the trenches. That's a good word. And Spirit is saying we're coming out of this victorious now. So we can be proud of who we are, proud of what we've created, be proud of what we've worked through, and also be proud of who we are, just as people, as humans just trying to make the best of what we're dealing with. It's a very nice card signaling victory, and I'm hearing Spirit say we've come a long way, so we need to pat ourselves on the back for that. Okay, now let's see, what do we have as the oracle? We have the building blocks card. So here I'm hearing Spirit say, I can't speak today, sorry. But anyway, it's Monday. Okay, so this card here talks about coming back from battle victorious. We've succeeded, we've come a long way. And here Spirit is saying, yeah, don't get too comfortable, right? So there's still a lot of work to be done. But now we have confidence because Spirit is saying, as we can see, we've been through enormous battles. We've been through a lot. And so therefore we've come back stronger, wiser. So let us not get too full of ourselves. Let us not get too ahead of ourselves too quickly, because there's still work to be done, right? So here that we're talking about building, focusing on foundations. And I'm also hearing focusing on home. Building a very home within the self, right? So building this strong you, drawing on your inner reserves, drawing on your inner strengths. And I'm hearing building a new story, building new patterns, building new adventures, just building a new life for yourself in general, because you've got this strength behind you. We've been through hell and back 10 times, so now we've earned the right to rebuild anew. So today and tomorrow, brilliant days. You're going to find this strength absolutely come out of nowhere, because Spirit is reminding us here that everywhere we've ever been, everything we've ever been through and experienced, as tough as they may have been, we are now prepared for the new, right? And I'm being reminded it's new moon today. Yeah, new beginnings, building anew. Okay, now let's see, what do we have for Wednesday and Thursday? Let's have a look and see. Wednesday and Thursday. What can we expect? Wednesday and Thursday. Flip, I love it. Okay, here we have the Star. Isn't this card majestic, right? Look at this lady. She's sitting there in the nude just because, you know, as we do. But what that card you see what I mean, represents is she's vulnerable. She's not afraid to be who she really is. She's raw, she's real, she's vulnerable. But this lady has some serious power, because she's got this, what looks like, I'm guessing it to be a compass of some sort, but I'm hearing it's about vision, right? So this card in traditional tarot means protection, safety, light at the end of the tunnel, angelic protection, and all the good stuff that goes with it. But what I'm getting with this card in particular is that, yes, we are vulnerable. We are real. We are being authentic and raw, and we are being who we are at the moment, because we've earned, we've earned the right to be, okay? So we've earned the right to be who we are in all of our glory, warts and all. We are vulnerable because we're authentic, but vulnerability must not be mistaken for weakness. Vulnerability is about being real, raw, and authentic. So Spirit is saying here, now's the time to show the world who you really are, to show the world your talents, your gifts, to be the fullness of who you are, because it is safe to do so, okay? You are so protected beyond your wildest dreams. You've got your creator, your angels, your guides, your whoever it is you pray to behind you, backing you up here. Plus you've got the backup of your soul, because Spirit is saying loudly this week, the soul is going to want to burst open and to break free of restriction. And I don't just mean lockdown restriction. I mean, our desire for that to come out of that is there, right? But what they're saying here is to break free from the restriction of beliefs. We've worked through all of that pretty much since January this year. We've worked through releasing all sorts of ancestral karma and ancestral patterning and all the rest. And now we're free to be the real us, the real you. Be the real you. Be who you are. It is safe to do so. And there's lots of light at the end of this tunnel. Brilliant. That's very powerful. Okay. Now let's see what Oracle card will back that up and just elaborate on that information. Okay. This one. Treasure Island. You just can't make this shit up, can you? Okay, so this card here, Treasure Island, is obviously it's about the material, it's about wealth, prosperity, money, and all the rest. So of course, everybody on planet Earth is busy being quite hysterical about money at the moment. But Spirit is saying, yeah, our needs will always be met, no matter the form it takes, no matter what we need to let go of, or no matter what we need to welcome in, we will always be provided for. We just got to go with the flow and to trust that. Easier said than done, right? But what I'm being reminded here, sorry, this arm is now getting sore. So here, this card is talking about our inner treasures, our inner gifts. Again, it's about following on from that message of being real and being authentic. It's time to show the world our treasures, because they're all treasures in the grander scheme of things. We've all got something beautiful to offer the world, and now's the time to let that be seen more. Because when we, thank you, they're saying the path to true abundance and true prosperity is to do what you love, to love what you do, and to be the fullness of who you came here to be. Therein lies your treasure. And when you use your treasures, your talents, your gifts, you get treasure in return. And it's all about knowing your worth and knowing your value as well. So phenomenal. Wednesday and Thursday is going to be awesome, people. Okay. Wednesday and Thursday. Now let's see Friday and the weekend. Let's have a look. Friday, that one. Okay. Let's just take an oracle card out while we're here, so I don't have to do it again. Oh, okay, the you. All right. So this one here, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Queen of Pentacles, as you can see, she's quite a majestic lady. She's holding this pentacle in her hand. She's got a peacock next to her. And peacocks are representative of the phoenix. And phoenixes, you know, what they do is that they obviously live and then they crash and burn and they turn to ashes and they rise from the ashes again and again. So this card is about, yes, we're definitely reinventing ourselves anew. We've all been through a death of some form or kind, right? And what I'm getting with this here is the need to show yourself gratitude for that. And that ties in with showing the world who you really are now, because the people we were when we went into this year, we're not the same. We are now totally different. We've come back from battle and we're wiser, stronger, and all the rest. And it's now safe for us to be who we really are. Okay. But at the same time, the Queen of Pentacles, she's quite an earthy lady. She's quite practical. So she's not going to allow anything to kind of get to her head at the moment. She's not going to be a bully. She's not going to be arrogant. She's going to be practical. And what I'm getting here loudly from Spirit is they're saying, do your work with humility, right? Do what you're here to do. Almost again, remembering your own frailties and your own vulnerabilities. We all have them, okay? But it's in our frailties that we have our strength. And this lady is strong, but quietly so, right? She has very good boundaries. She's practical in everything that she does, and she's a nurturer. She's loving and kind. She's a good mom, but she'll smack your bum if she has to, right? So therefore, the counsel of this card is to remember who you are, right? Be proud of how far you've come. Do your work diligently and practically, but with a little bit of sparkles added into it. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, now let's expand with an oracle. The oracle that came up is Between Worlds. Now, the artwork on this card, if you look here, here's shadow and dark and just blah. And then on this side, we have bright color and it's all sunshine. So as much as, yes, we've come a long way, etc., etc., etc. Now Spirit is saying, choose your path, right? We can either be a victim of circumstance and only see what's going wrong and what's going pear-shaped, or we can decide and realize that we're actually victors and we can have our time in the sunshine, right? So what also sticks out is this, I was going to call it a falcon. Excuse me, flamingo, okay? Flamingos have long legs, so it enables them to walk in shallow waters and they can rise above everything and they can see what's going on under the water. So here Spirit is saying that a lot of us are going to be feeling bloody awesome this week. We're going to be dealing with some really lovely energy. But the question here is, are we ready to navigate this new world that's coming to be, these new energies that are out there for us to utilize? Are we ready to embrace the new us, the new beings that we are busy becoming because of where we're at in our lives at the moment? Are we ready to be the fullness of who we are and to take ownership of that and to be the best we can be because it's safe to do so? Or are we going to choose to linger here? Are we going to choose to linger in the dark and be, oh, woe is me and life is shit and all the rest of it? The choice is ours. And Spirit is saying there's no wrong or right, right? You get to decide which path you want to be on as a unique being, right? Because we have free will. There's no wrong or right. But go with what you feel is good and right for you. If it feels good to be the victor, to be the survivor, to be the one that got through it all so that you can go on and be an example for others, then you can live here happily, right? Because it'll serve you, right? Or if you decide the opposite and you want to live here, that is okay for you too, right? But it's going to feel bloody uncomfortable, just saying. So it's time to come out, be in your glory this week. We've come a long way. Last week was hell on wheels, to say the least, okay? But now we're moving on to hugely better things now, right? It doesn't mean life's going to be peachy. There's always going to be challenges. But what helps us to grow as a human being, is to understand what we make of it, right? It really is up to us. It's what we make of it, because it's always going to be challenges. That is a given. That is life. But what determines how those challenges are going to be is how we choose for it to be. So wishing you all a very happy week. And if you enjoy receiving these videos, make sure you click the little subscribe-y, button-y type vibe that's underneath there somewhere. And sending you lots of love and amazing, amazing week ahead. Take care. Bye.